This ABC 15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.
Hello, I'm Justin Pizzera with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. The so-called triple demic is ramping up as we're in the holiday season. The Arizona Department of Health Services released new numbers on 3 viruses impacting thousands of people: the flu, RSV, and COVID-19. And you can see the latest weekly cases are up quite a bit for each virus. So we don't want to inundate you with a lot of numbers, but we'll just say flu cases are up 1,100% compared to a typical season, if that tells you anything there. We're following the investigation into 2 separate deadly police shootings in the valley that happened just hours apart. The first happened after police tried to stop a car near 16th Street and Southern in Phoenix. The driver took off and crashed into a fence a few blocks away. Phoenix police say the man was wanted in connection with an armed robbery. Neighbors say that they heard the crash and then officers shouting commands before hearing those gunshots.
I hit the floor. I went to my mom's room, made sure she was on the floor, and she beat me to it.
So police say the man showed a gun after being told to get out of that car. That's when they opened fire, killing him. A gun was found inside. A woman in that car was also taken into custody. Nobody else was hurt. Just a few hours later, officers in Mesa shot and killed a man near Dobson and Southern. Officers responded to calls of someone sleeping inside a car outside a 7-Eleven. That car turned out to be stolen. Investigators say the man refused to get out after being told multiple times. He then started moving, ramming one of the officers' car. That's when police opened fire, killing the man. No officers were hurt. Happening today, Maricopa County Animal Care and Control is reopening its East Valley shelter. A distemper outbreak forced it to close last month. More than 30 animals were euthanized, but we're told it's been 2 weeks since the last positive test. If you are looking for something for your kids to do over winter break, the Arizona Humane Society is hosting winter camp this year. It's a 3-day program where kids ages 9 to 12 get to volunteer with the animals. It runs from December the 28th through the 30th at the South Mountain campus. Your child can also go 1 day or all 3 days. Camp fees are $50 a day. You can register on the Humane Society's webpage. If you made your holiday travel plans yet, that's the big question. The clock is ticking and those prices are only getting steeper.
If you wait until the very last day to book your flight, that fare is going to be extremely high and quite a bit higher than it was even if you had booked that flight a week before you travel. And that's going to be quite a bit higher than if you had booked it a month before travel.
And so one pro tip to save, fly on the holidays themselves. Of course, be flexible and do a 3-step process.
Step 1, look, where are there cheap flights available right now out of my home airport? Step 2, of those places that are cheap, decide which one interests you the most. And then step 3, what dates work for your schedule.
And by setting price as the top priority, you are more likely to find cheaper flights for your end-of-year travel. It is time to get into the holiday spirit. The 35th annual APS Electric Light Parade is happening Saturday at 7 o'clock. The parade is going to start at Central in Montebello and end at 7th Street in Indian School. The theme this year is Light Up the Night. ABC15 is a proud sponsor of the holiday tradition. So if you can't make it in person, we're going to be streaming it live on ABC15.com, other streaming devices as well. And then we'll also be airing it on ABC15 on December the 11th at 4, on Christmas morning as well on both ABC15 and CW61.
Time for that most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. Clouds will move back in this afternoon. Otherwise, it's going to be a mild day with a high of 72. In northern Arizona, reaches highs in the 40s and 50s today, but it's going to get windy up north with gusty winds through the afternoon in northern Arizona and then even into tonight. And tonight, we've got wind advisories that kick in for spots like Flagstaff all the way to Show Low. We also have wind alerts in parts of northeast Arizona, including in Window Rock, as wind gusts in those areas could go as high as 45 miles an hour. Then we're tracking rain chances by the weekend. It looks like the bulk of the rain will be in southeast Arizona, where we're going to see the higher rainfall amounts, but we could end up with some measurable rain here in the valley. Spotty, very light showers that could top out closer to about 1/4 of an inch, if not a little bit more, through the weekend. Again, I wouldn't cancel your plans just yet, but know that there are chances for rain Saturday into Sunday. Highs in the low 70s through early next week. Then we cool off into the 60s by the middle of next week with rain chances up north too.
For the latest headlines, weather and traffic, head to ABC15.com or by downloading the free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.